Hey guys, Antonio here with some more of the Law and Success. The 16 lessons that Napoleon Hill discusses that you need to be successful. And today we're going to talk about lesson 6, which is imagination. They start out by giving a nice definition for imagination. And imagination is the workshop of the human mind wherein old ideas and established facts may be reassembled into new combinations and put to new uses. That's like one of the best definitions I've ever heard of. It's basically taking things that you knew and seeing them in a brand new light. That's so important for being able to come up with brand new ideas. And they go ahead and say here that snap judgments and hunches that make someone form an opinion or decide about something that they need to do that is not in harmony normally with logic and reason. Basically, when someone acts out of their normal pattern, it's usually a result of a stray thought that comes in through the waves that Napoleon Hill talks about, like minds communicating with another. Basically, a stray thought that comes out from someone else's thought waves that have been registered in your imagination as a possible way to handle that situation. So it might not necessarily be something that the person meant to do during that time, if it's against normally what they usually do. And the key here is that no one at all can deprive you from using your imagination. It's the one thing that you can do that you can control, is the power of your mind. No one can force you to control your mind. No one can, at least not yet. There's no technology for that yet. But let's hope that there isn't any eventually, unless if it's for good use. So now they're starting to say that you'll never really know how much you can actually achieve without combining your efforts with imagination. Like, you can work really hard on something, but if you're not making anything new, if you're not solving a problem, then you're just a hard worker. You know, you're not going to really get too much value from doing stuff that are already done. And if you're just an imaginator, did I make that word up? Who knows? If you're someone that just imagines all the time, then the problem here is that you're never actually doing. You need the combination of both. You need to be a hard worker that imagines great things that help millions of people. So with the combination of imagination and your efforts, you can really strive to create something great that changes the course of a country, a state, a group of people, or aids so many different people. So that's really what you need to do. They give you two different ways that you can develop imagination. First is developing the faculty of imagination in your own mind by constantly trying to think of things and creating them. It's like a muscle almost. Or you can choose to ally yourself. Ally? Who knows? I'll find that out for you guys. But ally, whatever it is, you want to have someone on your side that will be there with you who is very creative. If you're the hardworking guy and he's the creative guy, then you two can work together to accomplish the creative guy's ideas. So you need to have that mix in order to get the what you're looking for. And a very important part where you're using imagination is they give this saying here is, if winds of fortune are temporarily blowing against you, remember that you can. Sorry, the phone's ringing in the background. I know, who has home phones anymore? If the winds of fortune are temporarily blowing against you, remember that you can harness them and make them carry you toward your definite purpose through the use of imagination. So, for instance, whenever something bad happens to you, you can really spin it to a very positive light if you really think about it and you really try to see how you can use it in a positive light. For Napoleon Hill, specifically, who is the author of this book, if you didn't know, he talks about how his mom died at a very young age, and normally that would handicap a lot of people from being able to accomplish anything great because they would use that as an excuse. But instead, his stepmom introduced him to Andrew Carnegie, which then led him to study all these successful people and come up with these principles of success. Basically, Andrew Carnegie gave him his life mission, which would have never happened if his mom died. And you're right, we don't want anyone to die here. I'm not condoning that killing people is a good thing in any way, shape, or form. But what I'm condoning is trying to find the positive out of every situation, using your imagination. Let's see. I think I have one more thing here. Yeah, this is kind of a reiteration of the last point, but adversities and temporary defeats are generally a blessing in disguise. There's always something you can really find there that will really push you to the next level. No matter how low you feel, you really just need to analyze the situation from a third-party perspective, see where you're at, and see what you can work on and what you can control, and from there, move forward. Use your imagination and how you can take this disadvantage and turn it into an advantage. That's the most important thing. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you'd like a copy of this book, I'm going to leave a link in the description. I highly suggest you read this one. This is one of my favorite books that I've read so far, as well as all the other Napoleon Hill's things. Please like this video if you really enjoyed the lesson on imagination. Leave a comment down below of any future books you'd like to do, and I'd appreciate if you guys subscribe and follow along with some more of these videos. Let me know how you like them, alright? Share with your friends on social media. Have a great day, guys.